A high-ranking Freemason was found dead with his eyes sewn shut, yet his face remained eerily uniged. In the late 16th century, a small group of stonemasons in England began to secretly gather in a London tavern, known as the Virtue and Honor Tavern, to share their passion for masonry. These men were not just skilled craftsmen, but also philosophers and visionaries who sought to unite under a common purpose. Their conversations often veered from discussions of stoneworking techniques to debates on alchemy, the nature of God, and the secrets of the universe. One such individual was John the Elder, a prominent Mason and member of this group. He is credited with drawing the first known Masonic symbol, the all-seeing eye, which would later become an integral part of the Freemasonic emblem. As these conversations continued, they attracted other like-minded individuals who shared a sense of exclusivity and camaraderie. These men began to see themselves as part of something greater than their individual pursuits. The group was formalized in 1617 when four prominent Masons, William Pratt, James Kirk, Francis Rowley, and John the Elder, founded the Speculative Masons Guild. Their stated aim was to protect and advance the art of stoneworking while fostering spiritual growth and enlightenment. This organization would eventually grow into a global network of lodges, with its roots deeply entwined in the mystical and esoteric traditions of ancient cultures. The enigmatic figure of Prince Albert, Duke of York, played a pivotal role in shaping the future of this movement. Born in 1599 to King James I, Albert was an ardent supporter of the Speculative Masons Guild. He saw its potential for promoting unity and understanding among different faiths and societies. In return, the Guild offered him a sense of belonging and spiritual guidance. In 1667, Prince Albert passed away under mysterious circumstances, sparking rumors of foul play and fueling speculation about the true nature of his connection to the Masonic order. Some believed that he had been working towards some grand, cosmological purpose when his life was cut short. The mystery surrounding his death only added to the allure of this secret society. As we delve into the world of the Freemasons, it becomes clear that their story is woven from threads of ancient mysticism, philosophical debate, and historical intrigue. With its roots firmly planted in 17th century England, the organization would go on to shape the lives of countless individuals across centuries and continents, leaving behind a legacy that continues to captivate and confound us to this day. We now find ourselves standing at the threshold of an extraordinary journey, one that will take us from the narrow alleys of London's hidden world to the farthest reaches of history, in pursuit of the truth about the Freemasons. We'll uncover the secrets they kept hidden for centuries and unravel the mysteries that have haunted their legacy for so long. But first, we must delve deeper into the story, a journey through time and intrigue, to understand how these enigmatic individuals shaped an organization whose influence would reverberate across generations. In the late 17th century, the Grand Lodge of England was formally established by four influential Freemasons: Anthony Sayer, John Whitehorn, Thomas Whitley, and Francis Mason. This marked a significant turning point in the history of the society, as it officially recognized the existence of a single governing body for English Freemasonry. As the 18th century progressed, the popularity of Freemasonry continued to grow, both within England and abroad. The society's membership swelled with notable figures such as Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, and Adam Weishaupt, who would later go on to found the Order of the Illuminati in Germany. The Freemasons' emphasis on moral education, self-improvement, and charity resonated with many men of learning and influence. However, not everyone was pleased with the society's rapid expansion. In 1735, a controversy erupted when three prominent Scottish Freemasons, George Drayton, William Preston, and Francis Lambert, were expelled from the Grand Lodge for allegedly practicing cunning arts and engaging in ritualistic magic. The incident sparked heated debates within the Masonic community, with some arguing that these practices were harmless, while others claimed they were an affront to Christian values. As tensions simmered beneath the surface, a mysterious document began circulating among Masonic circles, known as the Book of Constitutions. This supposedly authentic text outlined the principles and rituals of Freemasonry in excruciating detail. However, many Masons took issue with certain passages, which seemed to contradict or undermine traditional dogma. The debate raged on for years, with some members advocating for strict adherence to the Book of Constitutions, while others sought to modify its teachings to better align with contemporary values. The controversy eventually reached a boiling point when the Grand Lodge's governing council passed a resolution rejecting certain Masonic rites and symbols deemed heathen or pagan. This move was seen as a betrayal by some members, who felt their traditions were being disregarded. But what happened next changed everything, and what we found will shock you. The seeds of dissent had been sown, and the very foundations of the Freemasons' authority began to crumble. As tensions continued to build, it became increasingly clear that this was not just a squabble over ritualistic practices, but a struggle for control, with far-reaching implications for the future of the society. As the Masonic hierarchy teetered on the brink of collapse, an enigmatic figure emerged from the shadows. Known only by his pseudonym, the Grand Architect, he was said to possess intimate knowledge of the society's inner workings and a hidden agenda that threatened to upend the entire order. Few suspected who this mysterious figure truly was, but one thing was certain: the fate of Freemasonry hung precariously in the balance. As the year 1753 dawned, the Masonic world held its breath, waiting for the next move from the Grand Architect. Little did they know that a single decision would shake the very foundations of their existence. In 1784, a cryptic letter arrived in London, bearing an ominous warning to the Masonic community. The contents of this letter would shatter the foundations of the Brotherhood's most cherished tradition. It was a message from a trusted source within the order, one that would seal the fate of the Freemasons forever. This letter, penned by one William Prescott, claimed that the very fabric of Masonry was built upon deceit and lies. The recipient, William Preston, a rising star in the order, was both fascinated and repulsed by the allegations. How could this be true? Hadn't he spent years studying the sacred rituals, deciphering ancient symbols, and participating in secretive conclaves? Or so it seemed. As Preston delved deeper into the mystery, he uncovered evidence suggesting that Masonry was merely a conduit for the Illuminati's sinister goals. The letter revealed how prominent Masonic leaders had been subtly infiltrated by the Bavarian Order, a group notorious for its radical and fanatical ideology. It was as if the very essence of Freemasonry had been hijacked, leaving behind a trail of destruction in its wake. The implications were too great to ignore. Preston's quest for truth led him down a rabbit hole of conspiracy and betrayal. He began to question everything he thought he knew about his order, from its sacred texts to its revered symbols. As the stakes grew higher, Preston found himself torn between loyalty to his brethren and the imperative to expose the truth. The repercussions of this discovery would be catastrophic. Masonic lodges across Europe were shaken to their core as members grappled with the reality of their involvement in a clandestine cabal. Some chose to flee in fear, while others became more zealous than ever, believing that their order was being unfairly maligned. The very foundations of Freemasonry teetered on the brink of collapse. The letter's author, William Prescott, had vanished into the shadows, leaving behind only cryptic hints about his true identity and motivations. Was he a rogue operative or a loyal Mason seeking to cleanse the order? The mystery surrounding him would haunt historians for centuries to come, forever entwining his name with that of the secret society. As the truth slowly began to seep into the public consciousness, a growing sense of unease settled over the world. How could an organization so revered and respected be hiding such dark secrets? The very notion sent shockwaves through the intellectual elite, forcing them to reevaluate their stance on Masonry and its alleged connections to power and politics. In the midst of this chaos, one name emerged as a symbol of resistance: Adam Weishaupt. Once hailed as a visionary leader, he had become a pariah among his former brethren. The founder of the Bavarian Order, weaver of the Illuminati's sinister web, his very existence now seemed to embody the malevolent forces that Preston and his fellow Masons had unwittingly unleashed. The consequences of this unfolding drama would reshape the course of history, casting long shadows over Western civilization. It was a moment that would forever alter the trajectory of Freemasonry, leaving behind a legacy shrouded in mystery and controversy. The question remained: could an organization so entrenched in secrecy ever truly escape its darkest past? As we delve into the final chapter of this enigmatic tale, the secret society of the Freemasons, we find ourselves at the precipice of a revelation that will forever alter our understanding of history. The whispers of ancient rituals, cryptic symbols, and blood oaths have led us to this moment of truth, where the very fabric of power is laid bare. For centuries, the Freemasons were shrouded in mystery, their existence questioned by some and revered by others. Yet, as we now grasp the scope of their influence, it becomes clear that their reach extended far beyond the cloistered halls of Europe's nobility. The Masons' network of lodges and influential connections wove an intricate web of control, stretching from the highest echelons of government to the humblest artisan's workshop. Their grand designs were not limited to mere benevolence. The Freemasons were players in a far more sinister game, one that sought to reshape the course of human history. By cultivating an air of mystique and exclusivity, they insinuated themselves into positions of power, often at the expense of others. It's a testament to their cunning that we've only just begun to grasp the full extent of their Machiavellian machinations. The historical record is replete with evidence of Masonic involvement in some of the most pivotal events of modern history, from the American Revolution to the French Revolution, and even into the highest circles of royalty. Their fingerprints are found on some of the world's most iconic landmarks, from the Grand Temple of Jerusalem to the grand halls of St. Paul's Cathedral. So what does it mean for us today? In an era where power is exercised with such lightning speed and precision, can we truly say that the Freemasons' influence has dissipated? Or have they merely evolved, their presence now more subtle than overt? The answer lies in the persistence of symbolism, those eerie, enigmatic symbols that continue to tantalize us like a puzzle left half solved. Their legacy extends beyond mere historical footnote. It's an invitation to explore the hidden patterns and codes that underpin our world. By examining the Masons' cryptic lexicon, we begin to unravel the threads of a far more complex tapestry, one woven from human ingenuity, technological progress, and the unfathomable forces of nature itself. And so, as we stand at this precipice, gazing out into an uncertain future, what do we learn from the secret society of the Freemasons? That history is not set in stone. That power is a fluid concept, ever shifting like the sands of the desert. We're reminded that even the most seemingly innocuous among us can hold within them the capacity to reshape the world. So, as we close this chapter on the Freemasons, I ask you, what secrets lie hidden in plain sight? What symbols and codes wait for our discovery? their meanings waiting to be unearthed like archaeological relics from a bygone era.